One of the wonderful things about working with Miss Jean Beasley is that nobody's efforts go unnoticed. In fact, sitting, kneeling in the sand are all the volunteers that have helped with these sea turtles, preparing them so they can get healthy enough to be released back into the wild. So everybody here has been involved, and it's a great thing for everyone to be a part of it. So this is Summer. Summer is a loggerhead sea turtle. Loggerheads are one of the biggest of the sea turtle species. They can actually get up to around 300 pounds, but some can weigh even larger than that they found in the wild.
It's a huge honor to carry these turtles. Miss Jean hand-selects each person to carry a sea turtle, so every person you see today bringing a turtle down the beach has either greatly contributed to the hospital or possibly even helped that specific sea turtle.
This is Calabash next. This is another loggerhead sea turtle. Now, loggerheads are omnivorous, meaning that they eat plants and animals, usually invertebrates found along the ocean bottom. You can see that great front beak there. It's perfect for chomping on crustaceans and other things that they might eat. Good job. Next is Onslow. Onslow is another loggerhead sea turtle. Lots of loggerheads are being released today. You can see how big they actually are, how many people it takes to carry them. The neat thing about loggerheads is on those front flippers, they actually have claws, and that's a neat thing to separate the species, so you can tell which species you're looking at. Ophelia's next. Now, for these sea turtle species, these loggerheads, their skin color ranges from a yellow to brown in color, and they can, believe it or not, live 47 to 67 years in the wild, so they can live for a pretty long time. So she's got a lot left on her life. It's great that she's getting out there. Hyde is next, another loggerhead sea turtle. A neat thing about loggerheads, you can see the lateral scoots on their backs. Those are the scoots running along the side. Now, loggerheads have 5 scoots, and that separates them from other sea turtles. This is Gail, another sea turtle here. You can see it takes 3 grown women to carry her. Next is Kavanaugh. You can see how strong these sea turtles are. They use those strong front flippers to actually move along the beaches, especially during nesting season. They rely on those. You can see how heavy these turtles are. Those front flippers have to be strong enough to launch that sea turtle from the beach back into the ocean and fight ocean currents, which can be just as strong. Actually, on this turtle, you can see perfectly the tagging devices that have been put on those back pectoral flippers. This allows the scientists to track that sea turtle in the wild, so if it's ever caught again, they know where it came from and they know the history of that sea turtle.
Out of the way! Turtle coming through!
Next is Bogue, and you can see why our Aqua Kids were asked to participate in this release. You can see the massive size of Bogue. Now, Bogue is a female. They actually got blood tests back, did confirm that she's a female, and we know that she's not carrying eggs right now, which is a good thing, so we didn't miss that breeding season for her. But you can see how heavy she is. It's incredible that even a sea turtle this size, granted she reached this size from being helped at the Sea Turtle Hospital, but even sea turtles this big can still get sick, they can still get injured in the wild, and they still need our help. Next is Ridley. Ridley is the only Kemp's Ridley sea turtle being released. Now, Kemp's Ridleys are the smallest of the sea turtle species, but they're also the most endangered. This is a species that's classified as critically endangered. The big problem with this species is they rely solely on the Gulf waters as their breeding grounds. So when things happen like oil spills in the Gulf, a lot of these species of sea turtles are affected. In fact, with this Gulf oil issue, 165 sea turtles were reported dead within the first 10 days, and the majority of those were Kemp's Ridley sea turtles. This is Maud. This is a green sea turtle. It's great that Karen is the one being able to release. Karen has been with this Sea Turtle Hospital really from the beginning. This is Quest, another green turtle. Now, green turtles have 4 lateral scoots on their back, so that's one way you can tell the difference between them and loggerheads. They're usually smaller, too. This is a big moment for folks that have been with Baldy since the beginning. She actually came to the facility as a hatchling, so it's wonderful to work with something as a teeny tiny baby and now see it as a healthy adult ready to make its way into the water. I think she's really ready. If you look at those pectoral flippers, I think she is more than ready. You can see how much this turtle means to everybody here. There's yelling, there's clapping. Everybody is so excited because this is what this is all about. You have a sea turtle that came in as a hatchling, probably would have not survived in the wild, and now it's being released back to try its luck again in the wild. It's just incredible. As you can see, the volunteers love each other here. They spend lots of hours working at the Sea Turtle Hospital. So how did it go?
Amazing.
Yeah. How do you explain to somebody at home who hasn't had this experience what goes through your mind when you're releasing a sea turtle? When you hold it for the last time?
You just want to cry. Tears of joy.
We're so happy for them.
I mean, even though this is our first summer here, I mean, we've been able to rehabilitate these turtles and see their progress a little bit. You know, it's rewarding.
Very rewarding.
So it's outstanding.
Well, you guys are doing great work, and I'm sure you put in lots of hours that nobody else would know about. So we really appreciate it. And so does the ocean.
So what goes through your mind as you're letting your babies go?
Cheers and tears. They're back home. That's a good thing. Tears, there are just as many dangers out there as there were when they got hurt and sick and what have you. But we've given them another chance, and that's what we're here to do, and that's what we celebrate today. And we just hope that they remember what we've told them, which is to watch out for boat props and for hooks and nets and things like that. Don't go near them, don't get into toxic areas. We just at the same time have in our hearts the thoughts of all the animals in the Gulf right now that are suffering because of this devastating oil spill.
Yeah.
And we just hope that that suffering can come to an end and that that area can begin to recover. There's also much human suffering as well. And we have to get through this. This is one of the real tragedies in our country. And we must all use our energies and help get us past this devastating event.
Miss Gina, I know if any sea turtles need help, they know where to go. The Sea Turtle Hospital.
We're on standby. Thank you, James. It's so great to have you with us.
So happy to
I'm so
be
glad
here.
you could be here for the release. That's
Thank you so much.
Thank you. If we get it taller, I'm going to need a ladder.
This has just been an incredible experience. I'm so happy that our Aqua Kids were able to participate in it. They have some great people working all hours of the night to ensure that these releases are successful, so it's nice of Miss Jean to include us in it.
Don't go away.
Aqua Kids
Will be
right back.